Hi, this is Marguerite from Tribes Press, and I'm here to talk about all things tribes. Well, while we're all in we're not all in self-isolation, but while we're all staying home to stay safe, and while you're keeping your children away from from their grandparents or lots of other people around, away from their friends and all of that, it can be really challenging for you as a parent or a guardian of the child to be able to manage their expectations, to be able to hold them back from just wanting to meet up with all their friends. So just to say to you that we are a small publishing house in Galway City, and we are all about books. So just if you are a grandparent and you want to connect with your grandchild, in Galway all our deliveries are free. Outside of Galway, anywhere in the world, they're on post charges, the normal postage charge. So we have, if you wanted to send a little book to your grandchild, here we have Little Nitin. And Little Nitin is, Missy Nitin lives in her woolen home and spends her days knitting alone. She longs to have a little knitting of her own. With the help of knitting needles made magical by the silver moon fairy, her dream is about to come true. So this is the blurb for it, and it is magnificently illustrated. There's so much colour, and this is for a child on your knee. So if it is that you can't get to your grandchildren now, it might be nice to be able to just read them a story if you want to get the book for yourself, and then you can read them a story on FaceTime, or to send them a little book as a gift while they're in lockdown, while everything is just shut down at the moment and they can't go to the playground or anything like that. It's a time where it's difficult for every parent, you know. So it's a nice thing if you'd like to do that. And then we have, beyond Little Nitin, another little picture book is Silly Sammy. So Silly Sammy is a lovely little book, and it's about, exploring the town of Birtsville is Sammy's favourite thing to do. However, Sammy always causes lots of mischief along the way, especially when she and Dan head off to the Birtsville Fair to the waggiest tail competition. Will a mishap in the pottery stall and a stray chicken spoil her chances, or is an even bigger surprise heading Sammy's way? And Fallen Star's story says, an adorable new friend awaits in this laugh-out-loud story of happiness, puppy trouble and unexpected triumph. Beautifully illustrated and filled with delight, Sammy will make you smile and capture your heart. So this is a beautiful book. The illustrations are fabulous. And this is about a little dog called Sammy, but he's a silly Sammy, and he gets up to all sorts of mischief. Beautifully illustrated. A beautiful book by all means. And here you are, all of these beautiful illustrations. This is another book that we have here for children, just a child that you'd have in your lap, and it's something that's really important. We're asking you to support Irish authors. These are all Irish authors because it's very difficult at the time at this point in time for all artists. So if when you buy a book, you're not only support the author, you support the illustrator, the designer, the printer, the publisher. You support everyone along the way, the editor, proofreader. There's so many people involved in bringing a book together and making it happen. So you support all of those people. So we're asking you, if you'd like to get, please think of Tribes Press if you'd like to get a little picture book for a grandchild or your own child or whomever is in your life. So they're for little children you have in your laps. And this is for a 69-year-old, and this is Trotty and the Farmyard Mystery. So Trotty and the Farmyard Mystery is a story of a brave collie dog called Trotty who has to leave the home he knew as a pup to set sail on a new adventure. Along the way, he meets the Foleys, who take him in and set him to work on their small farm in the west of Ireland. All is well in Trotty's life until one day a baby chick is snatched from the henhouse. Trotty, being the sheepdog that he was, decided to find out who carried out this awful deed, and this set about a chain of events that was to send his life on a new and interesting path. So it's a beautiful story. The woman from Dublin is a woman in her 80s from Dublin who wrote it, and it has been beautifully illustrated as well. So you have little pieces of illustration all the way through. So there's the little mischievous cats, and there's Trotty. the end again. So it's a beautiful book, and that's for 6 to 9 year olds that you sit and read with them. So children are just starting to get into reading on their own, but they still need a little help, so that's a perfect book for them. And then we have another wonderful book as well. This is for any age, really. I love it. And this is a poetry book called The Fairy Wonderland of Rhymes. And this book is for children of any age, but it can be for very young children where you read to them. And has beautiful illustrations, nature fairies, magnificent illustrations, and all of these are there for you to enjoy. And it's a beautiful poetry book. I will just see. Listen to your fairies. Fairies are our friends. They bring such joy and glee. Fairies are land angels protecting you and me. Ever our companions along life's rocky road, heed their careful whisper and their ever helpful word. So this is one's fairy dust. Fanciful fairies a flitting and floating over the fine forest glade. Fabulous pixies a following behind them, stars from their dusty they made. Secretive sprites collecting and gathering the dewdrops from each flower bell. Launching to heaven, stardust within them. This is how cosmos are made. And there's another little one. Night fairy prayer. Little fairy, guard my sleep and keep my dreams quite dainty. Soothe my brow away to keep the horrid hours, I pray thee. So there's beautiful poems in that. So there you are. I'm not the best at reading poems at the moment, but there you are. A beautiful, wonderful full book, and it has received Best Illustration, Gold winner, and Gold winner for the Book Awards with Tribes Press, for Poetry Book Awards with Tribes Press. So that's for young children as well. And then we have my books, the Capheus series. So you have Capheus Earth, Air, Water, Fire, and Spirit for children again. But these start for 8 year olds and 8 to 9. Eliza is 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11 in terms of their age. Eliza's 8, Jamie is 9. Eliza's 9, Jamie is 10. Eliza's 10, Jamie's 11. 11 to 12, 12 to 13, and the next book will be 13 to 14. So they grow older. As the children grow older, the series develops. So this is Capheus Earth, Air, Water, Fire, and Spirit, and all of these books are available on Tribes Press. So please support as much as you can. Please, please, please support Irish authors. This is an industry that's taking a huge hit at the moment, along with several others. I'm not saying that any other industry isn't taking a hit, but authors rely heavily on the sales of books in order to stay afloat, and they really need you right now. So if you're going to choose a book, please choose a book from Tribes Press. Please choose Irish authors, and please help support this industry. Thank you very much for listening.